One of the things I want each boy to feel as he comes onto the campus at Bishops is to feel that he can belong, to feel that he can see something of himself there, to feel that he can identify with something that is on the campus, whether it is through the church, whether it is through the sports field, whether it is through the artwork that we have up, whether it is through the activities that we take part in. I want each boy to feel that he can belong in that campus, that he can find and see something of himself, that he can find something that he's interested in, and that he can connect with other people. Because one of the things that as human beings we want to do is we want to connect with people. We want to feel that we belong and we want to form connections. And that is the critical part of education and the wonderful part about boys' education in particular. And the concept of good men is something that we've tried really hard to instill in our boys, separated into two words. The goodness, which is pretty universal across genders and speaks to our values, speaks to what we believe in, speaks to doing the right things, speaks to being the right kind of people. But then the concept of maleness, which is under so much question at the moment, as to what does it mean to be a man? Can you be tough and emotional at the same time? Can you have all these stereotypically masculine traits, but yet at the same time be appropriate for today's world? To not be involved in things that are damaging as men that we may have done in the past. And so this concept of good men is such an important part of what I'm trying to develop in boys and what we're trying to develop as a college.
I really think that this is a special school, and for me the things that I value are the team of teachers that I work with, the fact that the school offers opportunities at every level to teachers and to boys.
We are very fortunate to have top-class staff at Bishops in all departments. All teachers are enthusiastic about what they do, are always willing to help, and they offer a lot of support and are often there for us during big breaks and open periods for extra support structures. Are always looking to go the extra miles to help us succeed in whatever subject it is that they are teaching.
Bishops has given me the opportunity to excel in academics, whether it's my math mark or my English mark. When I came in grade 8, I was a bit reluctant with the marks, and then Bishops really allowed me, with all the support structures, to focus on each of these subjects. Bishops really offers that support structure that we need as high school students.
We're very privileged at Bishops to have so much access to incredible cutting-edge technology in our teaching practices in the classroom. So for me, it's embracing the 21st century skills of collaboration, creativity. Also, just giving the boys the opportunity to express themselves and not just learn from me as the sole provider of information, but expand their knowledge, find knowledge, think properly. And I think today, with so much social media out there, everything is just given to them on a platter. But actually to get them to think about what is given them and what's in the curriculum, for me really is very exciting.
There's a fantastic variety of things that we offer to our boys in terms of the sports and cultural activities, music. Our music department is well known.
When the stars no longer shine, when the sun falls from the sky, I will be forever yours. You will be forever mine.
But for me, the thing that sets our school apart is the house system. We have 8 houses, and these houses compete against each other at every level right throughout the year. Each house has its own flavor, its own distinct routine and rhythms, its own leadership team, its own student leaders. We find that the house system truly inspires camaraderie within the ranks. And in this way, Bishops inspires individuals.
the bonds you make and the friendships you make and the lessons you learn around the boarding house is very special. And I will always carry the memories we've made, whether it's playing sport in our quad, doing projects or helping each other with math homework, or the food, the beds, the rooms, everything, and very special to me.
At the college, every member of staff serves as a tutor, working with the tutor group within one of the different houses. And the benefit here is that I, as tutor, will stay with one boy over the course of his full 5-year career at the college. And you can imagine over time how close the bonds between staff and boys become. Another feature of the tutor group is that each new boy who comes into the tutor group at the start of his year in grade 8 has a mentor who's in matric, who will serve as his big brother, looking out for him, watching how he goes, keeping him on the straight and narrow. And that relationship over time grows into something that's very special too.
Yeah, I think the juniors have a lot of support structures that they can turn to when they need help. We create this new atmosphere that makes all juniors feel welcome in the school and that they have a sense of belonging.
We'd like to make sure that already the young ones, so that means the grade 8s and the junior grades, coming to Bishops, understand what we value as a matric group. So that means shutting down things that we don't agree with, such as racist comments or sexist comments or homophobic comments. And making sure that the grade 8s know this already from when they join the school is critically important, because we remember when we were mentees ourselves, and the role that mentors have to mentees is something that can't be ignored. It's a big role, and we would really like to use this as a positive experience to make sure that grade 8s and 9s know what is valued at the school, and so that they can bring these values to their mentees when they're in matric.
I can't stress enough about the diversity that is on offer at Bishops. It's not just an academic school, it's not just about its sport, it's also about its music, about the confidence that boys acquire during their time in the classroom.
I'm aware that I am in a position to influence, and I'm aware that as a school we're in a position to influence, and I think that is what our goal must be. And our goal must be, as a very privileged community, our goal must be to influence as well as best we can, and to try and uplift those around us.
Our boys are also aware of their social responsibilities and regularly make an effort to give back to those less fortunate than themselves. Our boys in grade 10 have a wonderful opportunity at the end of their year when they go out to the Cederberg to take part in the epic adventure. 17 days with backpacks out in the wilds looking after themselves. We often find that when boys get back from the epic adventure that they are very different, that they've grown and matured in a very positive direction. Boys in grade 10 also have the opportunity to take part in our exchange program, and we send boys to any number of schools across the planet.
About 12 years ago, we took the plunge into getting rid of the prefect system. Ever since that moment happened, the matrics have got involved in such a wide array of activities in the school. Everybody has a leadership role, from being the leader in charge of societies to discipline in your houses. Experiencing so many levels of leadership, that is going to add to the boys when they leave the school. It's going to add so much to their arsenal of skills that businesses are going to be looking for.
Bishops has always driven me to focus on not just one aspect of life, but all aspects, and that's trying to be an all-round and contribute in as much as I can and give my best to whatever I put my mind to. And that's something that I will always take with me and always appreciate from Bishops, is contributing to in the classroom, academically, culturally, and sport. And that's 3 things that Bishops base themselves on, and it's 3 things that Bishops excel in. So regarding support, I mean, you've got boys coming down from every single grade, every single house, coming to support you, whether it's on the piley playing rugby, on the cricket field playing roundabout in the T20s, or even your friends doing the play at the school play. So everyone feels this need to support each other. The rugby boy supporting the boy doing the plays, and you've got the debater supporting the guy playing rugby on the field. So which I think ties into everyone supporting each other and everyone being together and having a good school ethos. The Bishop's rugby jersey means a lot to me, especially coming from pre-prep. It's always been a dream of mine to play for the first team, put on that jersey, run under the poles and play on the iconic Pilaries.
I think the diverse range of sport that Bishops has to offer has benefited me a lot. So I think Bishops has a lot of new opportunities for boys to take up. You don't have to be the stereotypical rugby player or water polo player. You can go play chess on a Friday afternoon.
Every single boy at Bishops, I think, feels they have a place at the school. Even at the lowest of the grade 8s, the boy who comes into the school struggling academics, struggling on the sports field, he soon finds a place that he knows is going to be his own for a long time. And he makes that place. But that can only happen if he feels included. And I think at Bishops, the inclusivity is one of the biggest changes.
We're often reminded, whether it's in assemblies around the school, that manners and the type of man you are is very important. We're always taught to do the small things right, whether it's greeting, standing up, the small things that I think really count. Those are lessons that you keep with you, and those are lessons that are important and really shape you to become the better person, the better man, and equip you for life after school, because it's the small things that count.
And of course, when our young men leave the school, after their school leaving examinations, they become a member of the OD Union, a strong and powerful network that will help them take their first few steps after school. So they don't ever really leave the Bishops family.
The Bishops environment is different, and a lot of that difference stems from the acceptance of difference and the acceptance of different types of people within that space. So you will have people who will identify as cultural people, you'll have people who identify as musical, people who identify as sportsmen, people who are academics, and you have people who have so many different levels of skill within that place. And I've found that Bishops is a space that acknowledges that and recognizes that and sees the person for who they are, as opposed to necessarily for what they can do for the school.
So Bishops definitely instill the right values and the right skills to help you go forward in life and in life after school, and definitely make a meaningful contribution to society.